Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast with me, Rangaroo. And today, we are doing a 1v1 on Mud Fight. So, on the right hand side in blue, playing as Blue 4, we got ourselves Fadeway, and on the left hand side in red, but also playing as Blue 4, we got Frank Masterson. So, we're going to speed things up and get... Oh, I just hit the pause and play instead of the speed up. We're going to speed things up and get things going. Seems like Frankie is playing a Commonwealth, while Fadeway seems to be going either no rag, no rag. And once again, as usual, on every single Mud Fight map, it's probably going to come down to who captures Alpha. So, away we go. And it seems like both sides sent in a rather decent force into the bottom hand side. But it seems like Frank is going to be going for some sort of northern aggression here. Blue 4, or let's say Fade, cap in the middle of town. We've got smoke being dropped. And he's going to be able to get into the Alpha point first. There's some Rangers and Canadian Rifles. But he is going to be wary because Frank is going double or nothing on the Foxtrot flank. Both sides are doing an excellent use of pre-smoking just to try to cover the approach. I mean, there's nothing here, but if there was an ATGM unit here, it's definitely would have helped this smoke. And this is some really good maneuvering from Frank. I mean, it's rather risky, because Aardvark not even... They did drop its bombs. I mean, it is rather risky, because this is very close to the enemy spawn point, you have to realise that. And getting from here to the air before the enemy spawns something crazy to counter you can be, you have to do it rather fast. But Frank is making excellent time, managed to get Aslavs and Vickers into the point after clearing the top hand side with some recon. But it's not all doom and gloom for Fadeway, as he does have Alpha completely under his control. And an M1A Abrams right in the middle, which is really just begging to get ATGM'd from some sort of plane, or maybe a Harry TR7 was to come in and say hello with 4 Patriot missiles or bombs. That'd be a shame. And it does survive because it does have that nice top 4 armor, but that doesn't really matter when you get side shot by the Milan. I think it was a little bit silly moving the Abrams all the way up here by itself without any support. But Frank does have a very good hold onto the top hand side. I mean, he may be able to win the match without having to hold onto Alpha, which will definitely be an interesting change of pace, because as usual, whoever captures Alpha win. He has a very heavy force on Foxtrot, but on the rest of the map is rather weak. And Fadeway really to take advantage and try to get into Delta with, a bit more of a bigger force instead of just one lone tank. We've got longbows just getting snipe after snipe, as the tracked rapiers are out of range. Yeah, Fadeway just needs to exploit his opponent's middle weakness, and he should do rather well. I mean, he already has Alpha under his control with just a few Canadian Rifles. Longbow's firing its last hellfire before it has to rearm. And getting some very nice, easy kills here with the helicopter. Yeah, he isn't... Oh, he doesn't have an FOB. Okay, Frank going a little bit ballsy. You have some Pumas. I mean, they don't have any infantry in here. It should have been a perfect opportunity to maybe land some infantry behind enemy lines and try to snipe a CV, but he's just gonna, hang over the enemy point. To see what's going on. And it seems like Fadeway is going to be returning in favour, but with something a little bit deadlier, a little bit of grenade launchers as I try to muster up what that rapid was. And he could actually pretty easily kill CV. The F3 Falcons, they do have... Yeah, the Falcons will probably kill a little bird before he gets near the Iltis. There we go. Completely shooting it down. Very good idea having AA in the back line here. And Frank managed to make some good headway. Capping his town will definitely help with his Foxtrot defense, because with a few ATGM guys who can easily start off his entire point. The Fadeway is making a little bit of an aggression into Foxtrot with some infantry. As you've got Eurofighter Typhoon being brought up to protect the skies. Yeah, Frank still has control over Foxtrot because of it. He's gaining a very nice plus run. I mean, Fadeway may want to think about just getting a CV onto Delta to try and stop that point advantage. The block managing to kill the Eurofighter. And the Aardvark is ready to go, and the good thing about bringing out Aardvark in planes like this is that these areas in Foxtrot are rather bundled up forests. I mean, you could do a good bombing run here and knock out a lot of units. So all units are close together. And yeah, Frank just holding on to Foxtrot, managing to push a little bit into Echo with some Canadian rifles. And Fadeway, he really should take advantage of the pretty much his entire flank. Oh, now I think about it, because we've got Canadian rifles here from Frank, it's going to be really hard to capture Delta. Because holding this town is usually rather important to holding Delta. So yeah, Fadeway. Oh, there goes the CV. That's not good. That's definitely not good. So he's forced him to move back his CV from Alpha into Echo. Yeah, this is definitely not looking good for Fade whatsoever. I mean, this is a little bit of a slow map, so I'm not gonna lie. But it's just rather interesting because Frank is pretty much winning this map from holding on to Foxtrot with a rather good aggression. Rather good assault. As the Harrier GR7 does come up to blow some stuff to smithereens. And the CV being brought up into Echo. And to get the second run to retake Delta. And he really wants to think about getting a CV into Delta as well. Or I said, getting a CV into Alpha and then get one into Delta. Longbow being brought up. Gonna be flying a little bit too close, almost a bit too close to Canadian rifles. Took some small arms fire. Starfighter being brought up to probably try and shoot down a longbow. Does manage to get the kill, but the F-16 block once again proving to be a tough customer. And his other Puma just, I don't know what he's doing back here. He's just, I mean, I guess he's spotting enemy planes as they come out. But I think this guy's just enjoying the tulips. These tulips, wheat, long grass, hay, I don't know, vegetation. We have one on C, drop it in some, never mind. I guess he right clicked instead of direct clicked. And because of that, he does get shot down by the block. Harrier GR7 coming in, but does get stunned in the nick of time and gets shot down over rather dramatic aerial dogfight sequence here. You know, those F-16 blocks are proven to be rather powerful units. Aardvark coming in, not even dropping the bombs. I mean, he knew the infantry here, he sort of just dropped gem for the sake of it. As Canadian rifles do move up with Frank. And I was talking at replay time in this, it does seem like he has this in the bag. And it's all just due to the fact he got into Foxtrot completely uncontested. And Fadeway, I kept saying for the entirety of the match, really sort of exploited, yeah, Frank, you know, did double or nothing on Foxtrot. So if he was to be a bit more aggressive round the flanks, or, you know, move through this town, try to capture his forest, and once you hold his forest, cut off reinforcements into Foxtrot, it would have proved to be a little bit more of a better match. But this is a lot of his units now, they're not really doing anything. There isn't really any aggression onto said point. He's finally going to see the into Foxtrot, but a little bit too late. It's going to get spotted as it comes in by the Green Jackets. And artillery firing nearby. Suddenly get killed by the Puma, almost of all things. Which is a lousy way to get killed. But a transport helicopter with a general purpose machine gun. The Fadeway has had very good air control through the entirety of the match, so I will give him that. But he just wasn't fast enough to retake Foxtrot or, you know, take advantage over the enemy's exposed belly. But even though that was a defeat for him, it was rather close in terms of kills, only roughly 100 points between both sides, and that was a rather slowest match. I think both sides weren't as, you know, like super experienced at the game. There were some weird unit choices, but, you know, it doesn't really matter if you're good or bad at the game, just as long as the replay is interesting. That's all I really care about. And this was an interesting run because of Frankie's foxtrotty assault, and it has a bad alliteration, and I apologise. So I'm going to shut up and leave it at that. This has been another Rangaroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.